Nick from Kubota is here as well. Now, you don't know anything about that, do you, Nick?
I do not, but that would be quite the piece of equipment to try to steal, because those were all steel.
100 years old, the size of a pickup truck.
Yeah, somebody had some help in that, I would think.
You don't think someone just came and just carted it off? Put
no,
it up on his shoulder and just grabbed it? But it's a strange thing to steal. What are you going to do with it exactly? I mean, it almost seems like it's, is it something that's maybe more personal than you think, I'm going to steal this 100-year-old lawnmower and I'm going to sell it for a fortune.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's going to work that way.
It's very strange to steal, first of all, trying to get it moved and stuff. But the one other side of that is metal prices have gone up tremendously lately. So that could be part of the back story of it.
Wow, maybe they just plan to hitch up their horse and do some mowing with it. So.
They're going to have fun.
Got to mow the South 40. Get old Bessie out here.
So Nick had the question for Brian that I have just been too afraid to ask, and that was, why didn't you get out there and do the polar plunge with me, Brian?
Because I'm not a crazy person who jumps into 40-degree water.
I was very disappointed, Brian. I was waiting for more video to capture Brian doing the plunge.
They didn't have a wide-angle lens, so that they weren't able to shoot anything with me. So that was a problem too.
They were worried about the splashing effect, that everybody in the entire crowd
Cannonball!
would be drenched.
People are thrown up on shore.
It's like SeaWorld, the splash zone
flopping
when
around.
Brian goes in.
Flood downstream.
Yeah, there you go.
No, that was actually a lot of fun, Nick, and got to do that with my sons on Saturday for Lynchburg Parks and Rec, and it was toward their scholarship program. So people were joking about, you mean you actually paid somebody so that you could jump into the James River? Well, yes, it was for a good cause.
I thought it was awesome.
And it was surprisingly fun and invigorating. So
yes.
All right. So let's talk about it's the winter months. In fact, we're going to have another good dose of winter weather tomorrow. It looks like. Let's talk about reasons to get your tractor serviced in the winter months.
Yeah. So right now we're still doing our early bird specials to try to get all our customers to go ahead and get everything serviced. So when spring hits. Or when you need your equipment, that it's ready to go, and hopefully avoid any time down that you may need your equipment. So now is the time to call down to Kubota of Lynchburg, 434-239-2421 to go ahead and schedule that service and or get your parts if you're going to do your servicing yourself.
So as long as Mary mentioned the possible weather, you guys have our products, say, maybe from Ventrac, that sort of thing, where maybe you've got a commercial lot you need to clear out, could take care of it pretty simply for you?
Yeah, we've got a fair amount of inventory right now. If it's regarding the Ventrac equipment and different attachments for it, we have those in stock, including sweepers, front scraper blades. Also for our tractor implements, we have rear scraper blades. Of course, we have tractors with loaders in stock. We've had a very brisk January, and February's been very good so far as people coming in and still looking at equipment that they have need for, and we're helping them with those needs to make sure that they're ready for what comes up.
Well, as long as we're talking about Ventrac, if I recall when you were here before, you said one of the things that sets them apart is the number of different capabilities they have, all the different sort of parts, things that you can get for them, these add-ons, and you have package deals for those things?
Yeah, on the Ventrac, they're a little bit different. We don't necessarily do a package deal. So on our website, you can go into new equipment under that at Kubota of Lynchburg, and then you can go into package deals. Most of that is our Kubota equipment, and we have preset package deals on there, but we know that not every customer's needs are the same. So you can actually go on at the top middle of that screen, and you can go build your custom package so that a customer can go in and actually pick the size tractor, if they want a loader, if they want any attachments on the back, a trailer, all that stuff. And then down at the bottom, you can add comments if there's certain things you want, if there's a certain salesman you want, we have 5 salesmen there on the lot: Jed, Walter, Keith, Zach, and myself. So once you put that in, we'll pull up a package price for you and get back in contact with you and give you an idea of availability and pricing, financing options, that type of thing.
So Kubota is not considered a salesperson?
No, Kubota is not. Kubota is considered a marketing and overhead consumption feature at the lot.
Kubota being the cat.
Yes,
that
the
you
cat.
all have there.
And we also have Cal and Saki, Kawasaki engines. So we have Cal that is colored like a cow, and then Saki is pretty much all white. So we do have a threesome of cats at the lot.
So not a lot of mice around the area anymore then, probably.
Very few, and they are scared.
All right, well, let's talk about something different here. You are now the area's newest and, as I understand, only dealer for Wright tractors.
Yeah, Wright lawnmowers. They're a very high-end, spec'd-out machine that can handle a lot of situations where other mowers cannot. You all have been here in the area for a long time, and you know we have some challenging properties. And for those challenging properties, it takes some niche equipment that will handle it and handle it well. The Wright Mowers we recently brought on, we've been looking at them for a while, and we actually have inventory in already. But they make a very high-quality commercial end mower. Probably their most popular mower that they offer are actually called standers. They're stand-on. Some people refer to them as a chariot mower, but the way that they are built extremely durable, well built. The center of gravity is very low. You can actually get them with dual wheels. So for off-camber, hillside mowing, they are extremely efficient and going to last and extremely durable. And they have a good price point. They're not the cheapest on the market, but they're at a price point where commercial and or even residential users that want to be able to handle mowing their own property can certainly get them. And we have some great financing on them. Currently it's 0 for 48 months, 0% for 48 months. And we're excited to have them to complement our other lines of equipment that we're already offering.
Now, you were talking about the standards, and it's not something that had really occurred to me until I was looking at some of this stuff before the show, is sort of the efficiency of them as far as you don't have to maybe use the weed whacker, the trimmer, as much as you might others. Easier. You can transport more of them on a trailer. Tell us about this.
Brian, you're doing great. You're exactly right. So what we're finding and have found for several years as the standards have become more popular is being able to fit more on a trailer or a truck for our commercial customers is key. A zero turn, a sit-on zero turn takes up more space. They aren't quite as nimble as a stander. So those factors are key in the standard market. And what we have found is where you may only be able to fit 2 zero turns on a trailer for a commercial customer, you can fit at least 3 on most trailers because they're tight. And then they are extremely efficient because of their turning and the compactness of them. You can get them back into corners because there's very few yards that are rounded and that type of thing. So being able to get them back into corners, and they make everything from a 32-inch deck all the way up to a 72-inch deck. So that smaller compact size is great for some of these little postage stamp lots and or developments that we've seen, condo, townhouses, that type of stuff.
So, I mean, it sounds like it's somewhere between, we don't really have push mowers so much anymore. You've got the walk-behinds, I guess to call them, versus the zero-turn sort of sit-down. You try to get some sort of hybrid of those.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's where they came from, as a hybrid of saying we have these walk-behinds, we have these zero-turns. Let's see what we can do with pulling them together, take the best features of both and making it more efficient. And that's where we've come to with the standard models.
Now, one of my favorite things that, as far as on their website, they talk about the back strain from sitting down, but the best is easy bailout reduces risk. So tell us about that.
Brian, I knew that was going to be a key selling point for you. So if you're on a zero turn, obviously you have a roll bar, you have a seatbelt. You're supposed to wear your seatbelt, and I would recommend it. But if you get on challenging ground and things start to go south, you need to bail. Well, if you're on a stander, it's a lot easier to jump off quicker and make sure that you're clear of the equipment if things go wrong. The other part of that is we obviously love our dogwoods and cherry trees around here, so you have clearance issues as well. So with a zero turn, you may not have as good of clearance as a stander, because if you're standing up on a piece of equipment, it's got a low center of gravity, you can duck, you can bob and weave to keep from getting attacked by the
like
tree
you're in a
limbs.
boxing match.
Yeah,
Just bobbing and weaving.
So you get your exercise while you're standing there.
And I just, for what it's worth, just looking at some, I mean, these are not your dad's lawnmower by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, you have electronic fuel injection for the engines. I mean, this is a pretty high-tech design here, it looks like.
They are. So they shift the weight down into the very center of the equipment. They have extremely high-end hydrogear transmissions, which are phenomenal, the best in the industry. And then they go everywhere from a Vanguard high-end gas engine, Kawasaki gas engine, just very high-performing gas engines that on hillsides, because of the way the engine oil is, it keeps oil in the engine where it's needed when it's needed, so you don't have to worry about getting on off-camber stuff and having a lack of engine oil, which then would burn up your engine.
Now, we've been talking, this is the most popular model, or the series of models they have. I guess there's three different ones, but they also have a more of a niche, a specialty product, and I've never before seen a lawnmower, a tractor referred to as the sport model.
Yes, so they have a sport model, which is basically the standard model, but it has, for lack of a better word, like a bike seat on it, where if you would like, you can sit while you're mowing, and that is another niche piece that they offer that is something that brings more options to our customers to be able to better suit and fit their needs.
All right. So, Nick, we've talked a little bit about the Ventrax, more about the Wrights because they are so new. What else should people know about these? What kind of deals do you have, that sort of thing?
So the best thing on these deals is obviously give us a call on the Wright equipment, on our Kubota equipment, and on our Ventrax. We do have our package prices online for all our Kubota equipment. But the best thing to do on the Wright equipment, the Ventrax, is just give us a call. They're at the lot, 434-239-2421, and we'd be more than happy to pull some pricing together. We can also set up demos, so we will come out to your property for our customers to make sure that whatever piece of equipment that you're looking at, that it's going to meet the needs of your actual property, and or if it's a commercial customer, that it's going to suit their needs for what they're trying to bring to their commercial customers. So we're more than happy to help at any time to try to make sure that what you're looking at is truly going to meet your needs, and because we want you to be happy with the equipment that you get. And
we've talked about the new equipment today, but you all have used equipment as well. Plus, if people need trimmers or trailers, you've got all the other accessories too.
That's exactly right. We finally got in. We switched over our trailers to an orange line trailer.
Ooh.
They're actually made by Big Tex, and they are a very nice trailer. Took us a little while, like everything else. It's taken a while to get inventory right now, but we do have a full stock of those. Everything from a 6.5 by 12 foot single axle trailer up to a 14,000 pound dual axle trailer. So if there's something you're looking at that you need as far as trailers, we more than likely right now have it in stock. We also offer dump trailers. So if there's that need out there that you might have, don't hesitate to let us know. We'd be happy to help.
All right, so you can call Nick and everybody at Kubota of Lynchburg, 434-239-2421. 21. They're on Route 29 South, just past the airport. And you can find them online at KubotaofLynchburg.com. Nick Kessler, thanks for joining us this morning.
Hey, thanks so much, Mary and Brian and Ashley. It's great seeing you all again.
You too.